Hey guys, this is going to be the second installment of the challenge missions where you have to defend your structures against a preset force with your own preset force. This is going to be the Protoss one. If you guys haven't seen the Terran one, go ahead and check it out. But we've got some Stalkers, Zealots, and Colossi here. We've got some Hellions, Marines, and Marauders. So, what does good against Marines? Well, force field with a couple Colossi. That's all you're going to need is one sentry and two Colossi, because you're going to want your Colossi for these Marauders, just because Zealots are very good at taking out Marauders, but you will lose a couple in the process. And you can actually just put some Stalkers against the Hellions here. They do have Blink, a little bit of Blink micro. I could probably taper off a few here and support this against this Marauder force, but I'm just going to stick them all in here. You don't need all of them, but, you know, I'm awesome like that, I guess. And, whoa, my phone is ringing. I don't know that number. 3 Colossi and a lot of Zealots against these Marauders. Now, this is the tricky part where you're going to want to minimize your losses. So, I've got my forces divvied up. I'm going to go ahead and click ready. First is Stalkers against the Hellions. I'm just going to attack command, watch my health with alt, and micro as required. So, that one got weak. Blink him back. Blink him back. You notice I'm not even focusing firing. Now they're spreading their attack pretty well, so I might not even have to blink the rest of this battle. This guy might need a blink. Probably could have just moved him away, but it doesn't matter. And easy as cream pie. Oh, that's dirty. That is dirty. So there's the first round. Second round will be 2 Colossi against a bunch of Marines and a sentry. Just make sure to get 4 force fields down here, or even 3 actually. Probably used them a little bit too early. Get the sentry out of the way. Oh, need a 4th. There we go. And these guys are just going to tear up these Marines so fast. Hopefully they'll get the job done in time, because I don't want to look like a fool. Uh-oh. This is bad. Might need a little bit of micro here. Yeah, looks like I should still be able to get the job done. Micro that Colossus back a little bit. No, sentry, don't die. Okay, good. Yeah. Maybe 3 Colossi there if you don't want to micro or, you know, have to stress about it. Didn't lose any units though, so that was good. Now, Zealots. This is going to be the tricky one. Not to lose any Zealots. I probably will lose some. I'm going to let my Colossus take a little bit of damage. You can't even really micro them back in time, but you'll notice I only lost 1 Zealot. These actually go down so fast. Zealots are so tanky. So, 1 loss there. Not bad at all. 3 Colossi are just so powerful. Second round, we've got Carriers, Void Rays, Immortals, and a High Templar against 3 Battlecruisers, lots of tanks, and lots of Thors. Holy cow. What does good against tanks? Well, air does. I guess I could get some air. Be careful though. You could get like 1 Void Ray and kill all these tanks, but they will advance and kill your pylons. So you're going to need something to decoy them or something to tank. So keep that in mind. High Templar is going to go down on the BCs to feed back each of them. 200 life and no Yamato. I don't even know if they use Yamato or not though. The Carriers are going to be very, very good against these Thors. Thors do attack air and they have splash, but Carriers are so big, it's hard to hit more than 1 with the splash, and their damage does bonus to light, not armored. So Carriers are actually very effective against Thors. Going to send them all up here. Void Rays, very good against Battlecruisers, going to send them down here. And I'm going to show you a little trick too. And Immortals, of course, are very good against tanks. I could add a couple air units in, but I've done this before, and the Immortals are actually very effective against the tanks. Make sure to micro if any of them lose their shields. So, I've got my forces set. I am ready. First one is Carriers against Thors. Make sure to shift queue it up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And, oh, they are clumping up a little bit, so scratch what I said about the non-splash damage. And just keep an eye on your Carriers. Looks like a couple of them are getting weak. I'm going to move them back. There goes my phone. Now, this guy's getting a little bit weak. Going to move him back as well. See, it's very simple. Just make sure to move back your weak units and you shouldn't have a problem. Oh, get back there, Carrier. And 5 Thors remaining. 4 Thors remaining. You're going to get weak, but I don't think you're going to die. It looks like they're not focus firing anymore because I moved them back so much. I better move you back just for good measure. So, Carrier is very good against these Thors. Wouldn't recommend using Immortals or Void Rays. They will drop very fast because they're so low on health. Just a little bit of micro required. Now, Immortals, I'm going to spread them up to meet the tanks in a nice little line here to split up the focus fire of the tanks and to also... I wonder if they siege up. No, it doesn't look like they do. And also get a nice little line and have them all attacking at once. But you'll see they do drop tanks in just 4 shots each. Very, very simple. This guy's low on shields. He has no more hardened shields going, so I'm going to run against that siege. The rest of them did just fine, so Immortal's very good for taking out these tanks. And finally, we've got the Void Rays and the feedback. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack my own Void Rays to charge up my beam. They don't all have to get charged. And I'm going to feedback here. Alright, it is charged. Now I'm going to go attack these BCs, and they're just going to drop like flies. Bam. Oh, one of them needs to get microed. Barely microed that in time. This guy needs to get microed as well. Barely microed that, but I sent my other one back, and he actually died. So, bit of careless micro right there, but only losing 1 unit in round 2, so that is just fine. Psystorm wouldn't do very well against them. Use feedback, it's way better. Third is... whole bunch of Protoss units against Hellions and Reapers, tanks and Marauders, and Battlecruisers and Vikings. Let's see here. Alright, so Marauders will do very well against these, or Hellions, Immortals will do very well against the tanks and Marauders. Hellions and Reapers, ooh, Archons will just tear them up so hard. Actually, I can support this force with some Colossi as well. Maybe I'll stick 1 Colossus up here. Archons. Actually, you know what? I might want some Archons for up here. I haven't done this in a while, so I apologize for the professionalism of this video. Or lack thereof. Zealots. Yeah, sure. I don't think I'm even going to use the Zealots. They're too much of a liability. Okay, so I have my force. You know what? I'm going to pick out 1 Colossus, put him up here. Pick out a couple Phoenix and put him down here. So, I've got, against the Vikings and Battlecruisers, 4 Archons and a High Templar to feed back that Battlecruiser. And Archons are so beefy, it's going to be very simple to micro them, and the Vikings aren't going to do squat. Against the Hellions and the Reapers, I've got some Stalkers, which take very little damage from all those forces. A Sentry to block this off, and I probably won't even need these Stalkers. The Colossi will just own with the Sentry blocking them off. And down here might be the tricky one. I've got these Immortals once again, and they just have a little bit more tanks, but I have some Phoenix and Zealots to make up for that. So let's go. I'm at 2 losses. I can lose 8 units, so I am under no stress whatsoever right now. Just going to attack command with these Archons. I can even afford to storm after I feedback. There goes the feedback. Now I'm going to storm. This Archon getting a little bit weak. Look at how fast they drop with that storm, though. It's so crazy. Very, very simple battle here. Archons are pretty cool looking. Love them. Alright, so now we've got the middle battle. Just move them up a little bit, not too close to the edge, and I'm just going to sentry this shiznit out. Go, Colossi. Get back there. And I'm even going to send in my Stalkers just because these Reapers can't reach, and these Hellions do very, very little damage to them. So you'll see they have no chance in hell. They're just getting torn apart. Make sure the sentry doesn't stray up a little bit. And again, blink back any units that you might need to micro. There's a Stalker. There's another Stalker. And another very simple battle. Might have been able to use 1 more Colossus down here, actually. Okay, now this one is the possibly tricky one. I'm going to line up my Immortals, and I'm going to have my Phoenix ready for any lifting that I need to do. And I'm not even going to send my Zealots in because, again, they're a liability. Oh, that's a lot of tanks sieging up. Hardened shields on this one almost going down. On this one as well. This one needs to back out. And another pretty simple battle. Just make sure once you lose your hardened shields, you move back whatever Immortals need to be moved back. You guys are so fucking useless, dude. And that's it for the Protoss challenge missions, guys. Let me know what you think. You can do it your own way, whatever works for you. But that's what worked best for me, losing 2 units. So thanks for watching.